Okay, how you doing everyone? Today we're going to talk about how to optimize your performance during a match. That means how to play your best and give yourself a chance to win more matches. So, the first thing that you have to do is you have to use the warm-up wisely. That is, you have to be ready. You have to do everything in your power to be ready to play. And very important, the warm-up starts before you get on the court. That means by the time you get on the court, you should be ready to sprint to the first drop shot. You should be totally warm up. So you need to start slowly. You need to stretch a little bit, jog a little bit, and then slowly increase the intensity until you're sprinting at the end in all directions, ready to go, as if you had already played one set. Not only that, but you should try to warm up mentally as well. That means that you want to make sure that you're ready to play, that you're confident, that you know exactly how you want to play. The best way to do this is to visualize a little bit. Do a little bit of shadowing when you're warming up. Forehands, backhands, visualize what's happening. How do you want to play? See yourself exactly doing the things that you would like to do during the match. It's very, very important. This pre-court warm-up is key. So once you are totally warm up, ready to go mentally, you step on the court. And on the court, you have a few minutes, so you need to use them wisely. What you want to do is you want to make sure you set a good base. That means that you're watching the ball off the bounce into your racket every single time. You're staying relaxed, you're breathing, and then you're looking at your opponent. If you don't know him, you need to start figuring out, well, what does he like to do? Is he running around his backhand a little bit? What is happening over there? Oh, he didn't like that high ball I gave him. Oh, that overhead looks a little bit shaky. So try to analyze what the opponent can and cannot do, but really start getting comfortable on the court, really setting up a base of staying relaxed and watching the ball. Then, number 2, you have to make sure that when you're playing, the opponent is actually beating you, that you are not really beating yourself. So at the beginning of the match, we're all a little bit nervous. And so if you start making mistakes, it becomes a vicious cycle. You get more nervous, you make more mistakes, and you start missing more. And a lot of times we play a match and the opponent really didn't have to do anything. We missed every single ball and gave the match to the opponent. So make sure that you establish a solid base at the beginning. What does that mean? Hit a lot of balls through the middle. Give yourself margin high over the net. Make sure that you're hitting at a medium pace, that you're controlling. Don't go for too many shots. Get a first serve in. Get your returns in towards the middle of the court. Give yourself big targets. That is key. Set up a base. No mistakes at the beginning. Once you start feeling a little bit more comfortable, a little looser, then you try something else. Maybe the opponent is just missing everything. So just let him miss. Let him give you the match. Once you establish a solid base, throughout the match, you basically want to make sure that you're not missing in the net. Tennis is a game of hitting ball cross courts because that puts you in the best position to cover the court always. Also, you have a lot more court to hit into, and you're hitting over the lowest part of the net. So it has a lot of advantages to use those cross-court shots. So during the match, make sure that you're hitting a lot of cross-court shots and that you're not missing in the net. You have to aim about 3 feet over the net. That is key. Do not beat yourself. Make sure that if you're losing, it's because the opponent is playing better than you. Number 3. Use your strengths. That is very, very important. When you're playing tennis, the first base is you feel comfortable on the court. You play the way that you would like to play. Do not try to change your game totally because the opponent just pushes or because the opponent has a huge serve. Establish your game first. Make sure that you use your best shots. If you love to hit your forehand, hit it as much as possible. Run around that backhand. There's no rule in tennis that if the ball goes towards the backhand side, you have to hit a backhand. Make sure that you use your best shots as much as possible. If the opponent gives a soft serve, return it with your best shot. Don't just wait and hit the shot that you don't like as much just because the ball is going towards that side. Also, use your best patterns. That means if you love to serve and volley aggressively. Make sure that you set that as a base. Of course, you're going to adjust a little bit based on who you're playing against, but you have to make sure that you're using your best patterns. If you love that angle forehand, look for a lot of situations where you can angle that forehand. So take advantage of your best shots and your best patterns as much as possible. And fourth, exploit your opponent's game. What does that mean? That means that you exploit weaknesses. So you look at what the opponent can do well and what he cannot do that well, and try to really focus on making him beat you with the weakness. Make him win points with the shots that he doesn't like. In the same way that you're gonna try to hit as many balls where you feel comfortable, you want to make the opponent uncomfortable. Make him hit as many balls as possible in a way that he doesn't like or she doesn't like, high balls or low balls. So just be really focused on making sure that the opponent just hits that shot that they don't like over and over and over. Be relentless and exploit patterns. This is very important. After the first few games, you have to make sure you know, okay, what does the opponent like to do best? What is the favorite serve? What does he do when he gets nervous? Where does he like to hit that passing shot? Oh, he really likes to get on top of that net. Those little things are going to really count when it comes to important points. A lot of players come out of the court, oh, he kept serving wide and I wasn't ready. Okay, he serves wide once. Oh, surprise, he can do that. Serves wide twice. Wow. But there's no way he should be able to keep surprising you with the same shots. So make sure that you understand those patterns of the opponent and cover those patterns in important points. For example, the opponent loves to get really close to the net when he comes in. Well, maybe wait till it's a break point and then lob. And that one lob could make a difference in the game. So understanding the opponent patterns is huge in order to take advantage of that when it counts. So basically, make sure that you get on the court, really warm up, that you start your warm up and establish a good base, no mistakes, that you are using and playing the way you like it, and that you're exploiting your opponent's weakness. Every time that you're on the court playing a match, if you do those things, you're going to give yourself the best chance of winning those matches. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy it, and get out on the court and make sure that you do these 4 things.